Just in time for St. Patrick's Day, the city of St. Augustine has unveiled a new museum exhibit. It's about how the settlement ended up with the first recorded St. Patrick parade in the Americas, even before the one in Boston. Well, I checked out that exhibit today, and it's not just about a parade. Tucked inside the St. Augustine Visitor Information Center, there is a small exhibit room that looks like you are walking into a historical archive. Inside, you'll learn about Father Richard Arthur, who lived in St. Augustine in the late 1500s. In 1600, he created the first recorded parade or religious procession for St. Patrick through the colonial town.
This is probably one of the earliest St. Patrick's Day processions in the U.S. And then over the years, we realized, oh my goodness, this is one of the earliest recorded St. Patrick's Day processions anywhere. We had no idea, including Ireland.
Rachel Sanderson created the exhibit. She is the executive director of Sin Barcos, a nonprofit dedicated to early Florida history. The exhibit has a copy of the document a USF researcher, Michael Francis, recently discovered in Spain's archives that was a writing from St. Augustine.
Recording gunpowder and things like cannon being fired in honor of San Patricio, St. Patrick.
The exhibit also tells stories about Irish colonists in St. Augustine up through the Revolutionary War, many based on discoveries found in historic archives, and the hundreds of colonists who then named their children Patrick.
And it was revealing how many Irish people were in St. Augustine at various times, and they led to other types of people from other places. So lots of Scottish people, lots of English people.
There is also a colonial St. Augustine map, and it is no ordinary map.
And we've taken it and kind of animated it, made 3D renderings of particular buildings, and then embedded data.
Usually, people do not connect Irish culture with St. Augustine, which was a Spanish colony for centuries, but
They're connected, very much so, very much so.
And this exhibit brings that connection from the archives to life. So it is a little tiny exhibit, but it is chock full of stories and history. I got to go back to really take it all in.
Okay.
This is the shirt for the exhibit. This is also the name of the exhibit. It is in Irish, so it doesn't sound like what it looks like. So you want to learn some Irish, Ross?
I do. Please enlighten me here.
This is La Éla.
La Éla
Padrig.
Padrig.
And so basically it means the Festival of Patrick.
La Éla Padrig.
La Éla Padrig. You just spoke Irish.
Oh my gosh, learning something every day.
I know. Okay, so the St. Patrick's Parade in St. Augustine is this Saturday.
Yeah, but the exhibit's going to be open for a while, right?
It is, and so
Okay.
it's going to be open until April 30th, and then it's going to travel. But
Okay, so people, if they don't go to the parade, they still have time
Oh,
to go
yeah,
check it out.
to go
It
check it
clearly
out.
looks worthwhile to go and do it.
it is so interesting.